This week marks the 44th founding anniversary of the DOJ Parole and Probation Administration, a milestone celebrated locally by the dedicated working force and the clients of Pagadian City Parole and Probation Office. Indeed, the PPA's designed mission as a community-based correction and rehabilitation continues to thrive. The Pagadian Parole and Probation Office has helped restore hundreds of lives into a godly and productive citizen by the grace, wisdom, and blessings of God. Kudos to all our Pagadian PPO's committed workers. Winston Churchill gave the shortest commencement address one day and said, "Never quit." And the most essential element to keep going is resiliency amidst this chaotic world and circumstances. The world that we now live has changed so drastically. It's almost overwhelming to see that our world is going out of control, with morals spiraling in a downward directions, with wars, violence, robbery, murder, adultery, and mayhem in the streets are happening in so many places. With political ugliness, with financial crisis, our world leaders are scrambling to avoid a total collapse of the world's financial markets. Situations are changing so fast these days that it is difficult to keep up with what is happening all around the world. Add to that the earthquakes, the typhoons, the floods, the forest fires, the plane crashes, now the COVID-19, which is known as the coronavirus, turned into a global pandemic and has shaped the political and economic landscape of our world and is affecting all aspects of human life, causing fear, anxiety, uncertainties, loss of job, depleting of resources. What is going on? The world that we now live in is certainly a far different place than the world that most of us grew up in. It seems to be spinning out of control towards self-destruction. Yes, we live in a dangerous, perilous, extremely difficult times in our world, but we have to embrace the challenge of today. Through the Design Rehabilitation Program and guidance of Pagadian City Parole and Probation Office, the period of community quarantine caused by the global pandemic, the COVID-19, has turned into a very productive paradigm shift for the clients to adapt the overwhelming situations and grab it as an opportunity to improve in every aspect of life. These days, almost everyone has seen the importance of maximizing time and resources while confined at home for the community quarantine period. Backyard gardening has become a developed fruitful hobby to overcome boredom, a stress and anxiety relief, good physical exercise, a huge cut on the budget, 100% organic healthy vegetables, and a transformation of idle ground into a productive one. luxury of time at home during the community quarantine period has given everyone the opportunity to clean up the surroundings through garbage segregations of the non-biodegradable, the biodegradable, and the reusable, a thing that we have not been doing in the past due to our busy schedules. This is something that the parolees and probationers have contributed now for the preservation of our nature for the next generation. During the community quarantine, time and sources for living had become so precious to many of us. A great realization. Time is gold, sources for living are precious. Things that we should never use in non-essentials. With this, parolees and probationers have learned to tap their potentials, their skills, their knowledge in different fields, their existing resources, to improve their living and elevate their economic status. Indeed, it has improved their income-generating project and livelihood. In their small efforts and limited resources, parolees and probationers have learned to contribute for the development of their respective community. Sow a seed and reap a harvest, someone has said. Finally, it's harvest time. The hard labor of tilling and cultivating the soil has turned into a joyous harvest. There is a great smile on the faces of the parolees and probationers while picking the fruit of their hard toil. A good harvest from our garden is God's blessings. Because of this, parolees and probationers have learned to share their blessings to others instead of hoarding it to themselves. With this, we have overcome self-centeredness, opportunism, and selfishness. The smile on the faces of the recipients is our greatest joy and compensation. Sharing to others is a reflection of God's generosity. Life on earth is transient and vulnerable. Thus, great discipline for healthy diet should be observed to enjoy health in its fullness. Eating healthy foods, more on plant food products, now become the priority of the parolees and probationers to stay fit and healthy. Family is our greatest treasure on earth, but due to the busyness of this world, our family has been neglected in the past and we failed to give quality time for them. The community quarantine, however, has induced the parolees and probationers to be with their family members. Consequently, family bonding have been experienced and enhanced. With this, their families become firm, strong, strengthened and empowered, and harmonious through the presence of every member. And the most important character, resiliency and adaptability amidst crisis of this fast-changing world, is established among the parolees and probationers. To God be all the glory and honor. May God's richest blessings be all our portion. Congratulations, Pagadian City PPO, on your 44th anniversary celebration.